The sudden unravelling of Sheikh Hasina's government, once considered among India's most dependable regional partners, has raised urgent questions about how New Delhi will recalibrate its diplomatic security and strategic posture towards Bangladesh. The fear today is a potential governance vacuum that opportunistic international actors, especially Pakistan-backed radical networks or Chinese strategic interests, might exploit. India's approach here will be proactive but discreet. Beijing's infrastructure footprint in Bangladesh and its close ties with the segments of Dhaka's political class make it a potent player in any post-Hasina scenario. India's response will be measured but firm. Namaskar friends, I welcome you all to the digital media of Uday India, and today in India Thinks I want to tell you that now India finds itself navigating one of the most complex political crises to emerge in its eastern neighborhood in over a decade. The sudden unraveling of Sheikh Hasina's government, once considered among India's most dependable regional partners, has raised urgent questions about how New Delhi will recalibrate its diplomatic security and strategic posture towards Bangladesh. For India, this is not merely a matter of political change in a neighboring country, it's a test of its ability to respond to fast-moving geopolitical turbulence without compromising long-term interests. And to begin with, India will avoid framing the crisis in Dhaka as a personal or partisan matter. For years, Sheikh Hasina's leadership provided India exceptional security cooperation, curbing anti-Indian insurgent groups, enabling robust counter-terror coordination and maintaining a stable border environment. Her fall, however, creates a moment where New Delhi must shift from personality-driven reliance to system-driven engagement. The immediate priority will be to maintain communication with all relevant stakeholders in Bangladesh, civil society, opposition groups, military leadership, and transitional administration structures without appearing to interfere in domestic politics. India has learned from past mistakes in the neighborhood that overt alignment with any one faction can produce long-term diplomatic costs. And second, India will quietly work to ensure that Bangladesh doesn't become fertile ground for extremist networks, anti-Indian outfits, or geopolitical rivals. Over the past decade, Hasina's government was instrumental in dismantling camps of insurgents from India's northeast, a contribution New Delhi values immensely. The fear today is a potential governance vacuum that opportunistic international actors, especially Pakistan-backed radical networks or Chinese strategic interests, might exploit. India's approach here will be proactive but discreet. Intelligence cooperation will be enhanced, border surveillance tightened, and diplomatic channels activated to impress upon any interim authority the importance of preventing destabilizing forces from gaining a foothold. Economically too, New Delhi will work to preserve the momentum built over the past decade. Bangladesh is India's largest trading partner in South Asia, a key segment of the regional supply chain vision and central to connectivity corridors such as BBIN, coastal shipping lines, and energy grid integration. India will seek continuity in all ongoing projects but will prepare for temporary slowdowns. So rather than pushing aggressively, New Delhi's economic engagement will adopt a stabilization mode, providing reassurance, offering technical assistance if sought, and signaling its readiness to support Bangladesh's economic resilience during this politically volatile period. The critical challenge will be managing the potential refugee spillover if unrest deepens. India remembers the fallout of the 1971 refugee influx and is already cautious about the demographic pressure in border states like West Bengal and Assam. So, New Delhi will coordinate closely with Dhaka to avoid any large scale humanitarian fallout. And simultaneously, it will prepare administrative and security mechanisms at the border to manage contingencies while avoiding any moves that could exacerbate tension or be construed as hostility. On the geopolitical front, India understands that China will attempt to leverage the instability for strategic gain. Beijing's infrastructure footprint in Bangladesh and its close ties with the segments of Dhaka's political class make it a potent player in any post-Hasina scenario. India's response will be measured but firm, strengthening diplomatic engagement, highlighting the benefits of balanced relations, and ensuring that Bangladesh's foreign policy retains strategic autonomy rather than slipping into excessive dependence on any single external power. So ultimately, India's handling of the Sheikh Hasina imbroglio will reflect a mature foreign policy doctrine that prioritizes stability, strategic presence, and institutional engagement over short-term political preferences. Now, New Delhi's goal will not be determine Bangladesh's future. That responsibility lies solely on the Bangladeshi people, but to ensure that the bilateral relationship remains anchored in mutual interest, regional peace, and long-term cooperation. The challenge is significant, but so is the depth of India-Bangladesh ties. How India manages this moment could define the trajectory of its eastern neighborhood diplomacy for years to come. That's all for today. Stay tuned with Uday India and subscribe to Uday India.